What's up? So today we're gonna be talking about the top 5 most overrated wrestlers in the history of WWE. This is just WWE though. And this isn't like 5 people that just suck. Like, I'm not saying that all 5 of these people are bad. Matter of fact, all 5 of, well, four of these out of 5 are actually like really good and deserve at least a big portion of everything that they accomplished. But these are just 5 people that are overrated. They might be just a little overrated or very overrated, but I'll get into that later on. So I'm gonna get right into it. Number 5 on the list. Oh yeah, and also this is most overrated by like the fans. So this is just like what fans' perspective, what like most fans' perspective would be of these wrestlers. So this isn't in WWE. This is just what the fans would perceive them to be. So number 5, I'm gonna put Hulk Hogan. Now, if this was WWE overrated, then he'll probably be like number 1. But number 5 in the fans' eyes, because a lot of the fans, they kind of can see now how he wasn't as special as he was perceived to be, because Hulk Hogan was just boring, bro. In my opinion, he was boring. It's the same thing everybody else says. He was boring. He had like 5 moves, and to me, even the way he talked on the mic, it was just off-putting. He went too hard. It was, anytime I go back and watch something from like 02 and 03, anytime he comes back to do his fucking lame-ass rivalries, I just don't watch. I just skip it. I don't care about Hulk Hogan, and I never will. But I understand why he was so successful, because he caught everybody's attention. But I don't know how he did. So number 5, and he's the only person on this list that I think is like bad. Like, Hulk Hogan's like not a good wrestler, dude. He's just not. Anyway, number 4. Number 4 on the list, I'm gonna go Shinsuke Nakamura. And I just think he's just a little bit too overrated by the fans. He gets the pass these days for everything he did back in the day when he was in Japan. And everybody looks at him as this like god of wrestling, when he's not that anymore. He might have used to been. But Shinsuke Nakamura is old, bro. He's like 40. And whatever he used to could do, he really can't do anymore. Because he's really good, but he's not as good as everybody claims him to be, Like, I think he's in a good spot with Cesaro. I really like Shinsuke Nakamura, but I think fans kind of overhype him just a little bit too much. But like I said, I'm actually a big fan of him, so I don't think he's bad at all. So number 4, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 3, I'm going The Rock. And he's overrated, dude. Like, he is. He's not that overrated, but The Rock is overrated to a degree, because The Rock, he wasn't even around for that long. He wasn't on top for that long. And I know he was really, really good on the mic, all right? But other than that, what really was he? Like I said, I really like The Rock. But he's the one person on this list that I think, like, everything he accomplished, like, is cool. Like, he deserved all that. But I'm just saying, he's overhyped in the way that he's not this, like, full package of like a Randy Orton. Like Randy Orton, he's like a full package. Like, Rock isn't that. He's really good, but he isn't, like, in any other era, bro, I don't really think he would have been, like, the guy that he was. And honestly, I don't think he would have ever been as successful as he was if Stone Cold never got injured in 1999. So Rock had the whole year 2000 without Stone Cold being there. And without Stone Cold, that kind of opened everything up. So that's just my opinion, though. But number 3, The Rock. Number 2, I'm going Bret Hart. And Bret Hart is on this list because I always thought he was boring and overrated. Like, I get why people liked him. He was a really good wrestler, but the way he wrestled, dude, was just so boring to me. And it was just always, it just seemed like in real life he was just always bitching and whining about some shit. But overall, like, but that's not what the list is about. But I mean, everybody just looks at, and they say all his matches are great, but I'm looking at it, I fall asleep in half his matches. I'm like, damn, he's facing Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels could be fighting like somebody else, and he's fighting this slow ass, lame. He talks like he done smoked cigarettes every day for his whole life. So, yeah, man. Was he aware? Bret Hart was WWE champion a lot more times than I think he should have been. Maybe once, man, but he should not have been the top guy like he was. Number 2, Bret Hart is easy. Number 1 on this list, by far, CM Punk, dude. Like, the fans act like CM Punk is the greatest. Like, he just saved wrestling. CM Punk, man. He's the most overrated wrestler in the fans' eyes, like, ever, bro. CM Punk is good, dude. He's good. But he's not, like, on the level that people put him on, man. How people still chant him and want him to come back so bad, like he's just the greatest ever. He's not on The Rock's level. I just talked about him being overrated. He's not on the Rock. CM Punk is not on The Rock's level, bro. He's not on the level of John Cena. CM Punk, in my opinion, isn't on the level of a Randy Orton. He isn't on the level of a Triple H. I don't even think CM Punk is on the level of a Daniel Bryan and Jeff Hardy, bro. He might be on the same level as those two, but not above. He is definitely, in my opinion, CM Punk is not above Daniel Bryan, Jeff Hardy, or Rey Mysterio. No way. CM Punk is good, and he was always good, but he never should have been the WWE champion for 400-some days. And he just, once again, should he have been the top guy? Yeah, I think CM Punk, other than, not like Bret Hart, but CM Punk should have actually, I understand why he was the top guy. But he should have never had that shit for 400-some days. And people need to stop looking at him like he's on John Cena and The Rock's level, bro. Stone Cold. He's not, bro. He's on that level right below him. Right there with the people I mentioned. Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, Daniel Bryan. Who else is on that list? You got to put Booker T, Batista. He's on that level right there, dude. Chris Jericho. That's a list of people that you ain't got no reason to be ashamed of being around, dude. CM Punk is not at that top level. So that's it. Top 5 most overrated wrestlers in WWE history.